Boy, Hennythemoor, reporting live from the liquor store, man. How's everybody doing today? And hey, y'all know this is the perfect time for a liquor store run, man. It's Friday. You ain't got no job. You ain't got shit to do. But for real though, man, it is the weekend. It's the perfect time to make a liquor store run, get you a bottle, relax, unwind, and get drunk off that Dallas Cowboy content with your boy Hennythemoor, man. So hey, we should have West Coast joining us after a while, man. You know, I think Cuz got caught in traffic or something, but he should be in here with us eventually, man. So we're gonna have quite a bit to talk about, man. The Dallas Cowboys are getting a little bit of a stimulus because the salary cap just jumped through the roof. Salary cap jumped through the roof. We know the combine is coming up next week, a couple days away right now. We know there's a whole bunch of talk about Dak Prescott's contract, so there's plenty for us to discuss today in the liquor store, man. So before we dive head first into these topics and this content, y'all know the usual rules of engagement when you tap in with your boy over here in the liquor store, man. First and foremost, what I need y'all to do is hit that like button. The more likes that you get on a video, the more that platform will push that content. So if you want the liquor store to grow, prosper, flourish, and all those other words that mean good things, I need y'all to hit that like button for your boy Henny. After you hit that like button, I need you to turn right back around and hit that share button. Because, hey, I know somebody, auntie, mama, grandma, cousin, stepsister, big sister, somebody told you that sharing was caring. And in the liquor store, we believe in manifestation. We are trying to manifest that sixth title for the Dallas Cowboys, man. So I know we didn't do a good job in 2023. We didn't have because we got the shit beat out of us. But we're going to get a head start on 2024. So if y'all want the Dallas Cowboys to win title number 6 in 2024, I need y'all to drop 6 emojis. It could be 6 championship trophies, 6 shot glasses could be in the liquor store, 6 whatever. And I need you to share the content 6 times. And when you share the content, it don't really matter who you share it to. It could be a friend, a foe, a family member, a stranger, co-worker, does not matter. Drop 6 emojis and share the content 6 times if you want the Dallas Cowboys to win title number 6 in 2024. What's up with y'all, man? I see Robert King participating, helping us practice manifestation in the liquor store. Salute to you, my boy. Daniel Barrera Sports in the building, man. What's up with you? My boy DC for Life, Texas. He said, what's up, HTM, Cowboys Nation? Let's freaking go. Cowboys love number 6. Let's get it. My boy Michael McQuay in the building. What's up with you? Who else in here with us? T-Roy 88. What's up with you? Thank you for tapping in and rocking out with us, man. So y'all done hit that like button. Y'all done hit that share button. The next thing I need y'all to do to help me out in the liquor store is I need y'all to slap the shit out of a Commanders fan, man. And yes, I'm saying Commanders right now way more than I say Eagles because I want the Commanders' heads way more right now. We always beat the shit out the Eagles just like we always beat the shit out of the Commanders. But the Commanders been antagonizing us up to this point. They've been up here trying to take coaches and seeing little slick shots and all this other stuff, man. So they get all the smoke right now. So, hey, if you can find a Commanders fan, because they out and about right now. They out and about, got their chest poked out, talking a little crazy. So if you can find one and lay your hands on them, I will be able to give you half off on all the merchandise inside the liquor store. And you know, we got exactly what you need to succeed over here, man. We got cow burritos, we got gin, we got hen, and everything's under the sun that can make you sin. So tap in with your boy, Hennythemoor, and come get drunk in the liquor store. All right, so hey, y'all done hit that like, y'all done hit that share, you done hit that Commanders fan upside the head. And if you want to help keep the lights on, the Cash App is at the bottom. It's $Hennythemoor, and we are also monetized on the channel. He said, "Sup HTM, cap talk tonight." Yes, we're going to talk about the sudden jump in the cap. We're going to talk about some contracts. We'll talk about some free agents. We'll talk about a little bit of everything, man. You know, we're going to have ourselves a good time in the liquor store. And because I'm waiting on Wes, I'm probably going to be on here for a while. I'm going to try and stay on here for as long as humanly possible. JVB boy, my boy, what's up with you? But yeah, we're going to have ourselves a good time in the liquor store, man. But let's go ahead and jump right into the content. Let's lead with that. Matter of fact, let's lead with that. Because earlier in the week, man, I was in here talking about the report that the salary cap was going to balloon. So initial reports was going to be like 242 million. Some people said it like 245. Some people said 250. Right? They were like, it's finna jump. It's finna jump. So what's up, damn Dizzle? I see you in the liquor store, man. Thank you for tapping in, my boy. So yeah, they like, it's finna jump through the roof. It's finna jump through the roof. They weren't lying. Sometimes people talk money and they be capping, but they was not capping about the cap skyrocketing this year, man. They was not capping about that. So let me see if I pull up the correct little thing right here. Hold on. There it go. There it go. So, this is Ian Rappaport. So, when you see the rap sheet, you can damn near bet your life on the information that he's dropping. Like he is a very credible source. So, if you get it from Ian Rappaport, you can pretty much take it to the bank. So he said, salary cap news. The NFL announced that the 2024 salary cap will be $255.4 million per club, with an additional $74 per club payment for player benefits, which includes performance-based pay and benefits for retired players. So, man, not only is the salary cap going up, but the benefits for players that don't even play is going up. Like the incentives that you get people for meeting certain standards within their contract is going up. So this is a huge win for the players and each club, really. Like each team is winning right now. That's a lot of money. That's a huge windfall, man. So total 2024 player costs will be $329.4 million per club, or more than $10.5 billion league-wide. The unprecedented $30 million increase per club in this year's salary cap is the result of the full repayment of all amounts advanced by the clubs and deferred by players during the COVID pandemic, as well as an extraordinary increase in media revenue for the 2024 season. So pretty much, to put this in layman terms, they deferred some money before and they got that shit back on the back end, plus they got some media money. So the TV money taken off, the money that they took a little haircut on from before during the COVID year, they got that back and then some. So listen, the salary cap has pretty much increased every year anyway, and it just bubbled over this year. But those factors made it just jump through the roof. So yeah, man, the salary cap is beautiful right now. The salary cap is superb. Salary cap is superb right now. So take a look at this. Right, I don't actually have this up right now, but because the Dallas Cowboys got a little bit more money, they are actually way closer to being under the cap than they were to start. Right, because remember, at one point, the Dallas Cowboys were almost $20 million over the cap. Now, because of this, they're only $8.1 million over the cap. Right, they're only $8.1 million over the cap right now. What's up, you guys? She said, peace, Henny. Peace, y'all. Jerry need to let us all hold some. On my mama. Like, hey, I got a birthday coming up. Got an anniversary coming up next month. Grandkid birthday coming up. I got, matter of fact, two, because my other baby birthday tomorrow. So yeah, like Jerry Jones need to come out his pockets. I got a bunch of stuff I need to pay on. I need to get some gifts, take some trips, and some more stuff. And hey, everybody getting an extra $74 million. Whew. Man, just let me get the 4. You can keep the 70. He said more money, more leverage to help them out with the elephant in the room. I mean, hey, they had to pay who they had to pay regardless. And honestly, if we look at the contracts, the Dallas Cowboys were going to be able to get underneath the cap regardless. Like the Dallas Cowboys saved money in 2024 extending Dak Prescott. They saved money in 2024 extending CeeDee Lamb. They saved money in 2024 extending Micah Parsons. They can restructure Trayvon Diggs. They can restructure Zach Martin if they wanted to. Like the Dallas Cowboys can create all kinds of cap space and pay whoever the hell they want to pay, if we're being honest. So, like, I never use the cap as a reason why the Joneses don't make moves. The Joneses don't make moves because they don't want to. They don't want the responsibility of juggling the cap. They don't want the responsibility of trying to build a contending team and taking calculated risks. They want to sit on their hands. They want to draft players, play them out on cheap contracts, try to lowball them when they come up, try to pay them below market value when it's time to pay them. Like, they do all this stupid stuff instead of just trying to go out there and build a competitive team. Right? Look at the people that are actually all pros and pro bowlers on the Dallas Cowboys. Right? Look at the players that are actually that on the Dallas Cowboys. Dak Prescott was a 4th round pick that they looked into. They didn't even want Dak Prescott at first. Tony Pollard was a pro bowler. He was a 4th round pick. Jake Ferguson was a 4th round pick that turned into a pro bowler. Deron Bland was a 5th round pick that turned into an all pro. Like, a majority of the people. Matter of fact, the kicker, our kicker, all pro player. In the all pro player, he was an undrafted free agent that was playing in a lower league before he came over here. Had never played football in college, right? So if you think about all the people that we brought in and return on investment we got, like, they really didn't spend anything to get these people here. We just get mad at those players when they overachieve on their contracts and there's time to pay them. Because you got to remember, even with the dead cap hit on Tony Romo, they were only paying like $6 million to the entire quarterback room in Dak Prescott's rookie seasons. When he went on that rookie contract, and they still didn't go get no good players. You know what I'm saying? So the Dallas Cowboys front office, they have to change their ideology when it comes to handling contracts and handling deals. Miss Patrice, what's up with you? Thank you for tapping in and showing love to the liquor store. 4 Flats. Miss Regina Green in the building. What's up with you? Yeah, they cheap. And the issue is they keep getting away with it. They keep getting Tony Romo's as undrafted free agents. They keep getting Dak Prescott's as 4th round picks. They keep getting Tony Pollard's and Dalton Schultz's and Jake Ferguson's and Deron Bland's and Terrence Steele's. They keep getting these low discount players, and they keep overachieving, right? So yeah, that's them. Like, as long as they can get away with being cheap and having dividends from being cheap, they're never going to change their ways. Never going to change their ways. And what's even sadder is once these guys prove themselves, you drag them in the media publicly and vote, and you try to smear their names, try to make them out to be the bad guy in front of the fan base to try and negotiate with them. It's horrible. So, all right, part of the CBA requires teams to spend a minimum of 89% of the cap, and they can only do that once every 4 years. They have to spend 95% of the cap. How is dog? We be having salary cap sitting there and not signing players during the course of the season when we get people that fall down. Right? When we get injuries and stuff like that, Dallas Cowboys be sitting in the middle of the season with like $10 million, $8 million in salary caps, having holes in their team still, and still not filling it out. There's a reason why the Dallas Cowboys are the 2nd youngest team in the National Football League. Because all they do is they draft people. They draft people and let their older players walk, even when they're still good, even when they can still help you win. They do that stuff. So yes, they are cheap. They never go out there and get premium players while they still have some tread left on the tires. He said, you don't spend big on role players. How are we over the cap every year? Because they suck at this shit, dog. He said 105, the fan is all propaganda. I agree. Because they always advertise that they're over the cap. But they also leave out the fact that they have ways to get under the cap every year. In every contract that they negotiate, they have restructures. They have all these different things they can do to trigger cap savings, right? They can trigger cap savings whenever they want to get underneath the salary cap, just like the Rams do, just like the Eagles do, just like the 49ers do. Have you ever been curious on why the 49ers are able to pay that for a running back, pay that for multiple wide receivers, pay that for their defense, pay that for an elite tight end? He said, I'm just playing devil's advocate. Hey, Jay Bryan, there's nothing wrong with that, man. Because listen, we're all allowed to have varying opinions and different things like that, Jay Bryan. We're all allowed to have that. So, I'm not the type of person to get upset or get mad when somebody questions my train of thought. Everybody should always question what the hell they being told. That way we don't have a society of sheep. He said, I don't know what's worse, them not spending big or them spending so much on fools like Michael. I know. For instance, the Saints did with Derek Carr saving $30 million. Yeah. So like you may start, we're $8 million under the cap. What will we do? The whole time. Matter of fact, let me show you. Right? Let me show y'all something. Shout out. Oh no, this ain't the one. This ain't the one. Damn, that ain't the one either. Let me make sure I pull this shit in here. Fuck, I hope that did I not load it in? That would be a catastrophe. Damn it. Hold on. Don't even trip. I'll find it. I probably just didn't load it in. But this can be remedied. So give me 2 seconds. I'll get this worked out. Hold on. I got a little thing here somewhere. Said, why do they do the minimum and expect the maximum success? No idea. No idea. Said, hot boy, 3 of 49ers defensive players cost just as much Dak's contract combined. Okay, cool. Why they didn't do that when Dak Prescott was on a rookie deal? Because remember, Dak Prescott's contract and Tony Romo's contract combined for the money that was left over were like $6 million 1 year. Dak Prescott was making under $1 million a year. So I want to know when Dak was on a rookie contract and they could have put a defense like that together, why didn't they do it? Why didn't they do it? When Dak Prescott was on a rookie contract, why did we cut Dez Bryant and bring in Allen Hurns and Deontay Thompson like that was going to be the answer at wide receiver? Right? So those are some things that you need to ask yourself. Now, remember, they're going to have to also pay Brock Purdy as well eventually. Brock Purdy is on his way to a $50 million contract. He can't actually get an extension just yet, but after this year, he will be eligible for an extension. So my question to y'all, when Dak Prescott was making peanuts, why did the Dallas Cowboys front office not go out there and spend in free agency? Even with the Tony Romo contract on the books. Yeah, exactly. That is definitely. What's up, James? He said Jake Ferguson cousin checking in. What's up, my boy? He said Jones were being dumb. That's for sure. Yes, exactly. We can agree on that. Like we're upset at Dak Prescott's contract now, but we also got to remember when Dak Prescott was making, like there was a time where Dak Prescott was making pennies on the dollar, and the Dallas Cowboys still had no name players on the team. When they could have weaponed Dak Prescott up, they could have went out and got the top wide receivers and put them around Dak Prescott because he was only making. Like Dak Prescott's entire rookie contract was $2 million, bro. Is it how them mentals? They good so far, brother. I can't complain. Everything is great right now. Yeah, it's like they could have put a who's of wide receivers around Dak Prescott. They didn't. They could have went and put together the best defense in the National Football League. They didn't. So yeah, man. Like at this point, I don't believe in them when they say they're going to go all in, because you have situations where you had a situation where you could have did the same thing the 49ers are doing with Brock Purdy. You had a situation where you could have just loaded the deck and went all in for real those first couple of years of Dak Prescott's career. And they didn't do it. It said, and they didn't believe in Dak as a quarterback. And that's on them. Matter of fact, so remember this. They spent so much time not believing in Dak Prescott, they also didn't invest in Dak Prescott. So the fact that Dak Prescott still put together, he said, why we never use, because my dog, Martavis Bryant, ain't caught a pass in the NFL since 2018. I mean, listen, even I'm talking 2017, Tony Romo retired. Right? So after 2016, right? 2016 year, Dak Prescott was unexpected, right? So that's fine. But Tony Romo retired in 2017. You had every chance 2017 forward to go ahead and put a team around Dak Prescott that could compete. Because Dez Bryant was Dez Bryant, but he was not completely healthy. He had multiple lower leg injuries that robbed him of time and athleticism. Michael Gallup didn't get on the team to 2018. 2017, I think the primary guys were Dez Bryant, Cole Beasley, aging Jason Witten. So yeah, they had opportunities, right? When you look around the league, they had opportunities to put a team together around them. Said, please say that when Dak was on his rookie contract, Jason Garrett was still the head coach. They weren't winning anything. But listen, regardless of who the head coach was, if you put a good enough team around a good quarterback, those players can drag a so-so head coach to a Super Bowl, right? They can drag a so-so head coach to the Super Bowl. Do you remember when Steve McNair took, what's his name? Because his head coach was awful. Let me see. What was his name? It escapes me. Jeff Fisher. Yeah, Jeff Fisher. Thank you, Jeff Fisher. Steve McNair and that team dragged Jeff Fisher ass to a Super Bowl. We don't even believe that the Eagles head coach is any good, and his team went to a Super Bowl. So I'm saying, like, why not load the clip? Why not load the clip? But I don't want to just stay on that too long. Thank you, Clebo. Yeah, it's Jeff Fisher. RIP to Steve McNair, too, by the way, man. He was a baller. He was a baller, man. But, yeah, so the Dallas Cowboys did Dak Prescott no favors. They matter of fact, they did us as a fan base no favors by sitting there while Dak Prescott was on a rookie deal and not going out there and either upgrading that defense or upgrading that offense. They did us no favors, man. Matter of fact, it still ain't loading in, so let me just go ahead and read this. We were talking about cap savings and different things like that. So let me just go ahead and read it. Shout out to Outlaw Cowboy for these statistics. With the salary cap at $255.4 million, these moves extending Dak, Lamb, and Micah Parsons, the restructuring of Zach Martin, Trayvon Diggs, and DeMarcus Lawrence, and either cutting or trading Michael Gallup post June the 1st will put the Dallas Cowboys $63.1 million in available cap space. So the Dallas Cowboys can go from being negative $8 million in the hole to being $63.1 million in the green. Right? So let's put this in the chat box. Y'all put 63 in the chat box. Because that's the amount of cap space the Dallas Cowboys can create to use. They can create $63 million of positive cap space. He said, doesn't Curse get us some money? Curse is not under contract. J-Ron Curse is a free agent, so his money is not against the salary cap. Yeah, drop 63 because the Dallas Cowboys can create $63 million in cap space. And remember, you create that cap space by signing Dak Prescott, by signing Lamb, by signing Micah. So by extending your big three, so to speak, if you extend your big three, you can create $63 million in cap space to go along with the other four moves. Restructuring Zach, restructuring Diggs, restructuring D-Law, cutting or trading Michael Gallup. So you can go from negative $8 million to in the green $63 million in cap space. And you mean to tell me you can't go shopping with that? You mean to tell me you can't go shopping with $63 million and build a contending team? What's up with you, Michael Lockhart? Thank you for tapping in and showing love to the liquor store, man. Hey, let's take a quick little light break, man. Let's take a quick little light break. Let me see what y'all over here doing in the liquor store. Because right now I see about 59 people in the liquor store. Let me see how many likes we got on the page. Let me peep that out. All right, got 59 watching and 60 watching and 32 likes. So, hey, I need everybody that ain't hit that like button yet to hit that like button. I need everybody that ain't hit that share button yet to hit that share button. If you ain't slapped the shit out of a Commanders fan or an Eagles fan, I need you to go ahead and get your hand ready, man. Hey, Carlos, what's up, man? Thank you for tapping in and showing love to the channel, man. Yeah, everybody ain't hit that like button yet, hit that like button. Hit that share button. Hit that Eagles fan. Hit that Commanders fan. That Giants fan. And if you're feeling generous, hit that Cash App or Super Chat, man. But we rocking in the liquor store tonight, man. Said we can't trust Cap Boy. Of course we can't trust Cap Boy. And Short Dog, that's all I want. That's all I be trying to say, man. That's all I want people to understand. The Dallas Cowboys have the ability to create as much cap space as they want. They have the ability to sign any free agent that they want while paying Dak Prescott, while paying CeeDee Lamb, while paying Micah Parsons. Like, they got the ability to create, to load the clip. They can get whoever they want, man. Sleazy, what's up, man? They were tapping in and showing love to the channel. Yeah, and that's the only thing I want anybody to understand. My issue with the front office is they always try to weaponize contract talks against the players. Every time somebody comes up for a contract, it's always some bullshit in the air. It's always they little mouthpieces talking crazy, dropping articles, all this other crazy stuff, man. The Dallas Cowboys do business flawed. I hate doing business with janky people. Miss Etta Lockhart, what's up with you? It said, Jay Bryant, do you put a year on Zach Martin and give Tyron 2 years? They get that vet discount because their salaries only count half, if I remember correctly, so they can keep vets. Not sure, but I do know that if you sign Tyron Smith, it won't be a lot of money anyway. It won't be a lot of money at all. And, if you restructure Zach Martin, you save a buck. Yeah, public negotiations is horrible. Like, nobody wants that. Nobody wants that, man. Like, that's degrading. That's degrading. But speaking of Cap Boy, nobody will be at the actual combine participating in the interviews. So both Mike McCarthy and Mike Zimmer will participate in prospect interviews virtually from the team facility. They will not travel to Indianapolis. Defense is considered to be today where the offense was at this stage in 2023. Work to do at the headquarters. So they trying to get their house in order, right? Mike Zimmer's coming in. He's going to be implementing a new defensive scheme. He's trying to figure out how to use these players. Remember, this is Mike Zimmer's first time having Micah Parsons, having DeMarcus Lawrence, having Trayvon Diggs, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. He got to learn how to use them. He got to see how they actually fit within the scheme that he wants to call. And, Mike McCarthy got some work to do on his end as well. He's coaching for his job. So they got a lot of leg work and shit to put in at the team facility. They got a lot of stuff to do in the off season. So they think it's more conducive to conduct these interviews over a Zoom call or FaceTime or whatever than to actually be there. They're going to send scouts. The Dallas Cowboys will have their scouting department out there in Indianapolis, but there's really no need for Mike McCarthy and Mike Zimmer to be there. He said Dallas always had the ability to get whoever they wanted. They're the richest franchise in the NFL, but I personally believe Roger Goodell has it out for Jerry Jones. I believe that. Yeah, I would keep Tyron Smith. Because listen, Tyron Smith showed me a lot this year. Tyron Smith showed me a lot this year. He showed me a lot. So yeah, man, I think you still need to draft a replacement eventually, or you should see about the development of Awesome Richards. But yeah, you definitely want to keep Tyron Smith on the roster. He played well enough to get an All-Pro nod. So yeah, I wouldn't mind keeping Tyron Smith. Because good help is hard to find, and you got a veteran left tackle that wants to continue playing for you. Is going to be playing for you for cheap. So yeah, I will keep him. Like having Tyron Smith in the locker room, it can only be positive, especially when you think about the effect that he'll have on the younger guys, picking up good habits, picking up how to be a consummate professional and things like that. So yeah, keep Tyron. He said, HTM, I dare all the Dallas Cowboys fans to Google the words synthetic and authentic, and you will see that the Dallas Cowboys are a synthetic NFL. Yeah, man. So yeah, I don't necessarily believe, and I really don't believe there's a downside in any of it. I don't think there's a downside of bringing Tyron Smith back. I don't think there's a downside to them not going to the combine. Like, they got scouts anyway. Like, let the scouting department do their jobs, and they'll tell you everything you need to know about these players. And if we're being honest, the combine is just really measuring your athleticism. If you're athletic but you're not a good football player, it doesn't really matter how athletic you are. If you run a 4.2 and you can't catch, it don't mean nothing. If you run a 4.2 and you can't get open, it don't mean nothing. If you can bench, if you hit the bench press 25 times or 30 times and you can't disengage, from blocks, it doesn't really matter how strong you are. It doesn't translate over. So, like, the combine should only be used to verify what you see on the tape. If somebody looks fast on tape and then they run a 4.3, cool. Like, that lines out, right? But if they look slow, their game speed looks slow, I don't want them to use a combine when they running in shorts and shimmels, to change their opinion on a player. Just use the combine to verify what you've already seen on tape, and that makes the most sense to me. Now, the combine swayed them, but it is what it is. He said, I don't think Tyler Biotis is strong enough in this run game. I mean, the numbers would say that he's not strong enough in the run game, because the Dallas Cowboys average under a yard per attempt when we try to run up the middle. That's got to be primarily on Tyler, because he's beside 2 All-Pros. And you mean to tell me you're beside an All-Pro left guard and an All-Pro right guard, and you can't make an impact in the run game? That's on the center. Tyler Smith is moving shit. Zach Martin is still moving shit at the point of attack. He's not moving like he used to, but he's still great. The odd man out is Tyler Biotis in that regard. So yeah, man, that's one of the reasons why the running game looked so good in the Washington game, right? Because I'm not even gonna go there, but yeah. But yeah, I just want to speak on that. Now that we know the salary cap is going to skyrocket, these are the highest paid quarterbacks in terms of APY. Joe Burrow, who has missed a bunch of time at this point. Right now, listen, he got that Super Bowl run. Nobody can take that from Joe Burrow. I like Joe Shiesty. I like Joe Shiesty. It says center with the number 24 pick. If he's there, there's exactly uno that I would use a 24 pick on at the center position. So if he's there, I would take it. Hey, what's up with you, Ken Wright? Thank you for tapping in and showing love, my boy, and I appreciate you for tapping in with me, man. So yeah, Joe Burrow hard. So he making $55 million. That's cool. But the man, he missed a bunch of time with an ACL. Now he done missed a bunch of time this year, and he went to the Super Bowl, but he lost. He went to that AFC Championship game. He was awful. He lost. So yeah, man, he's still a great player though. I don't want anybody to disregard that. Justin Herbert. $52 million. Well, 52.5. Never won a playoff game. Has a losing record as a starting quarterback. Has obviously not won his division because he's in the same division as Patrick Mahomes. So yeah, but he still makes 52.5. And to jog y'all memory, when he was in the playoffs, he was a part of one of the biggest postseason comebacks in NFL history. His team gave up a 27-point lead. He was culpable in that. He was culpable in that loss because that offense did absolutely nothing in the second half of that game. Lamar Jackson, he does got the 2 MVPs, but he's also 2-4 in the postseason. Nobody even believes he should have won the MVP this year. Yeah, it was a complete collapse, bro. It was a complete collapse. Lamar Jackson, yeah, like 2-time MVP. One of those MVPs belonged to Dak Prescott, if we're being honest. Losing record in the postseason. Played awful in the postseason this year. In the most important game of the season, he did not show up. Jalen Hurts. Coming off of a season with 15 interceptions. No, he had how many interceptions Jalen Hurts have? 15, 17? Got blew out by Baker Mayfield in the postseason. Yeah, 23 touchdown passes, 15 interceptions. Jalen Hurts has yet to throw for 4,000 yards, has yet to throw for 30 touchdowns. But they love that tush push. They love that tush push. We don't really even need to say anything about Russ, man. $49 million. Has not had a good 2 seasons in Denver. I hate that for Russ, but Kyler Murray, another quarterback with a losing record. Another quarterback who has not thrown for 4,000 yards. Another quarterback that has never thrown for 30 touchdowns. Another quarterback that does not have a playoff win. Another quarterback that has a losing record as a starter in the National Football League. I just want to throw that out there. Just wanted to throw that out there. Then Deshaun Watson, Mr. Nasty Man. Man, Deshaun Watson a freak hoe. But besides that, the man contract is completely guaranteed, and he's making $46 million a year. He has 1 playoff win, and he has only played in 12 games in the last 3 years. Deshaun Watson has only played 12 games in the last 3 years due to suspension and injury. And when he has played, he has been hot garbage. I have nothing bad to say about Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is a Texas boy, a Cowboy fan, a 3-time MVP, a 3-time Super Bowl winner, a 3-time Super Bowl MVP. I will never say anything bad about Patrick Mahomes, man. That man got Cowboy fan tweets. 2016, this man was cheering on Dak Prescott as a college student. So yeah, man, I ain't got nothing bad to say about Pat. Never say anything bad about Pat. But Josh Allen, your ass? Josh Allen? My mans. You just had about 23, 24. How many turnovers Josh Allen had this year, man? Let me see. Josh Allen turnovers. 22. Josh Allen had 22 total turnovers in the 2023 season. My boy said 903. 903. Said, hey, 147. That still seems too low, man. He probably had about 10,000. I think he's the first quarterback in National Football League to reach 10,000 turnovers. But nah, for real, that man had 22 turnovers. Let me ask y'all a question. How do y'all think? The Madden curse? Hey, the Madden curse, man. We got that man giving up the ass everywhere. Everybody getting the ass from Josh Allen. He's just gonna give it up to anybody that asks for it. And Cynthia said, and no one talked about it. They didn't. It was all about Dak Prescott. Can you imagine if Dak Prescott had 22 turnovers? Like, Dak Prescott would need security. Dak Prescott would need round-the-clock security, because I think somebody would try and attack Dak Prescott if he had 22 turnovers in Dallas. If he had 22 turnovers, they would try and crucify Dak Prescott. There would be a cross carried to the stadium waiting for him to fuck up if he had 22 turnovers in the season. So, yeah, man. And then there's multiple quarterbacks that make $40 million a year. Daniel Jones, Dak Prescott, Matthew Stafford. So Dak Prescott is actually like the 13th highest paid quarterback in the National Football League. Dak Prescott like the 13th highest paid quarterback in the National Football League. And according to the results of this season, he was the second best quarterback in the league in the regular season. So let that sit and marinate on your soul right now. Yeah, listen, Dak Prescott was on. Listen, Dak Prescott, they were counting Dak Prescott's training camp interceptions. Dak Prescott was throwing interceptions in training camp, and it was headline news, and they were talking crazy and shit. You notice when Dak Prescott only had 9 interceptions, all of a sudden interceptions didn't matter anymore. The interceptions stopped mattering the moment that the quarterbacks that they like were the ones leading in that category. When it was Dak Prescott, it was fair game. Now everybody, you shouldn't look at interceptions. Interceptions don't tell the whole story. Interceptions aren't always the quarterback's fault. And we tried to tell them the same thing, and they told us shut up. Yeah. They told us to shut up. So I tell you what. Matter of fact, everybody that was trying to take up for Josh Allen and his interceptions last year, you could. Bitch. Yeah, shut up. Just shut the fuck up. One more time, because I don't think they heard me in the back. I don't think they heard it in the back. Bitch. Yeah, shut up. Because y'all were up here caping for Josh Allen. Y'all up here trying to die for Josh Allen's sins. Like, nah, I want to hear that. Give him smoke like you gave my quarterback smoke, man. Because I know good and well if Dak Prescott had 20 turnovers in a season, that y'all would have the pitchforks and the torches ready for my boy. So I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear none of that. But yeah, man, so Dak Prescott currently like the 13th highest paid quarterback in the National Football League. And he's currently not the 13th best. He's really like top 4, top 5. Like, Dak Prescott right now is a top 5 quarterback in the National Football League. I know it's hard for people that hate Dak Prescott to understand that, but you got to think about it. He was an All-Pro this year, second in MVP voting. Second time having 36 touchdowns or more. Yeah, they scared. They scared of him. They scared of foe. They scared of foe. He said, Josh Allen. Yeah, that's what they be trying to sell you on. His athletic ability. Don't you see his arm strength? Don't you see how precise that interception was he threw to that safety? Like, yeah, man, stop it. I get sick of these folks, man. I get sick of these niggas. Swear to God, I get sick of them. I get sick of them, bro. Yeah, he changed the game for the worse. He changed the game for his team when he turns the ball over at the most inopportune time. Most inopportune time, turning the ball over. Yeah, man. But because he don't play for Dallas, and you know what's crazy? If you flip-flop Dak Prescott and Josh Allen, they would still hate Josh Allen out. I don't want anybody to think that is in it. Like, if you play for Dallas, they're going to hate you out. Like, Josh Allen they would treat Josh Allen like he's Tony Romo if he played for the Dallas Cowboys. For real. Because they would never talk about the 40 touchdowns. The 40-plus touchdowns he had, they would not talk about that if he was in Dallas. They would only talk about the turnovers. And they did the same thing with Tony Romo when he was here. When Tony Romo was here, all they talked about was the turnovers. All they talked about was the 8-8 seasons. All they talked about was the playoffs. And Tony Romo was a damn good quarterback. He was also an all-pro quarterback, dog. And it's an endless cycle. It doesn't really matter how good the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys is. They're always going to just put these weird labels on them, man. They're going to always put that jacket on them because they play for the Dallas Cowboys. If Patrick Mahomes was a Dallas Cowboy and we weren't winning championships, they would talk about Patrick Mahomes like he was a scrub. It's just the star, man. It's not the individual. It's not even the individual player. Because every time a player leaves Dallas, they don't talk crazy about them no more. If Trayvon Diggs signed with the Pittsburgh Steelers, they wouldn't be talking about yards allowed or anything like that. They would just say he's one of the best cornerbacks in the National Football League. You know what I'm saying? If Michael Parsons played for the 49ers, they would not be talking about his podcast and him needing to shut up. I know that for a fact because Fred Warner got a podcast and they don't talk about it. They don't talk about it. It's about being in Dallas. It's about them not liking the Dallas players. They don't like the Dallas players, man. I don't know about that. Fans like the Red Rifle. Listen, they liked him until he played, and a couple of games in, for Andy Dalton, he wasn't shit again either. Andy Dalton went from sugar to shit that quick. All he had to do was go out there and throw a couple picks. They hated Andy Dalton instantly. And Andy Dalton was everything but a child of God after that. Because remember, they love you when you first get here. Because remember, they loved Dak when he first took the job for Tony Romo. Get Tony Romo out of here. We hate him. All those picks, all that other stuff. And now that Dak Prescott, they had time to get to know Dak Prescott and how much their quarterback, they miss Tony Romo. And the same thing will happen if Dak Prescott is to leave. Like, they'll love the new guy for about a year or two, and then they'll hate him as well. Said Cooper Rush, that's about 50-50. That's about 50-50 right there, man. Now, Cooper Rush is very popular, but I also got a counter argument to that. Everybody loves the backup quarterback in Dallas. Because I remember when Troy Aikman was here. When Troy Aikman was here, they loved his backup until he started winning. I believe that's also league wide as well, bro. Like, the most popular player in town league wide is usually the backup quarterback, right? Unless you're one of these quarterbacks that the national media slobs on. Like, nobody gives a damn about Josh Allen's backup. Nobody gives a damn about Patrick Mahomes' backup. Nobody gives a damn about Lamar Jackson's backup. But if you're a Dallas Cowboy, or if you're a Washington Commander, or if you're an Eagle, like, they love their backups. Yeah, they love their backups. I remember, I kid you not, I swear to Almighty God, right hand up to the Lord, I was at the 2021 home opener when the Dallas Cowboys played Jalen Hurts, and we destroyed them. Jalen Hurts threw a pick six down the sideline to Trayvon Diggs. It was awesome, right? It was a great experience. I talked to some Eagles fans on the way back to the car, me and my cousin leaving out. They wanted to see Gardner Minshew bad as hell. Like after that one game, the Eagle fans I talked to in the stadium wanted to see Gardner Minshew. I swear to Almighty God. But that just shows you how fickle fan bases are, right? It just shows you how fickle fan bases are and how crazy they are about their quarterbacks. Like people love you until you actually play for them. People love you until you actually play snaps for them. Everybody's enticed by, like, take for example Trey Lance. Everybody loves Trey Lance right now until Trey Lance actually plays. If Trey Lance goes out there and he throws a touchdown and 4 picks, they're gonna try and run that man out of town. They're gonna call him everything but a child of God. If they had jerseys, they're gonna burn them. Like fans are crazy, and no fans a fan is literally short for fanatic. So yeah, everybody loves a quarterback until they actually play for you. Same thing I talk about Josh Allen. If Josh Allen came over here, right, and we traded Dak Prescott to the Buffalo Bills for Josh Allen straight up, right? If Josh Allen came over here and he turned the ball over like that, threw those crazy interceptions, right, had those fumbles, played that recklessly, we would be trying to run that man out of town. So everybody loves you until they actually get with you. It's just like the person that admires their neighbor's wife from afar, right? You know the weird dude that be admiring other people's wives and stuff. They don't know she crazy as hell. They don't know that she snore or none of that other stuff. They don't see all that. They just see what they see. So I say all that. They love you until they actually have you. And then they see, oh, you really ain't shit. You know what I mean? He said the professional Microsoft tablet holders. Yeah. It said everybody got a plan until you get punched in the face. Man, you ain't lying. It said in the preseason, if Lance throws picks, what y'all gonna think? Oh, I'm gonna know that he's gonna not have that job. I expect for them to have an open quarterback competition for the quarterback 2 spot. And listen, if Trey Lance is average, I think he'll still get the job probably. But if Trey Lance is awful, if Trey Lance looks unplayable against players that are probably going to be driving for UPS and delivering the mail, you know, working in a warehouse, if he can't look good against those players, then I think his time in Dallas might be up because we're going to owe him like $5.3 million. We're going to have to trade him somewhere. Nah, they be over here looking. Damn, they be over here looking. What's up with you, Calvin? Thanks for tapping in and rocking with me, man. And hey, RIP Nate Dogg too, man. RIP Nate Dogg. He said, if I was a Jets fan, I would have a reason to upset. Yeah. Yeah, like folks don't understand what they got till it's gone, bro. They don't. They don't know what they got till it's gone. All right. Ed Werder was talking about the thought process of some people believing that Dak should take a team-friendly deal. So regarding the suggestion Dak Prescott should accept a team-friendly contract, keep in mind the Cowboys never franchise tagged a quarterback until Jerry and Steven twice used it on Prescott. They used their leverage. Now he should be expected to use his. All is fair in love and war, and contract negotiations or war. Dak Prescott is trying to get generational wealth that will set up him, his old lady, his daughter, and his daughters for forever. So yes, he has the ability to hold them hostage. He's going to exercise that ability to do so, because when Dak Prescott had no leverage, they used all the leverage in the world against him. They signed Andy Dalton. They franchise tagged him instead of paying him immediately. They franchise tagged him again a second time around. So there's no love lost. If you're willing to use your leverage against me and put me in a bad predicament, I will surely return the favor when I'm back on top. And guess what? Dak Prescott's in the driver's seat right now. So see, this is a life lesson for everybody out there. If you do right by people, they will do right by you. But if you shit on them, well, go ahead, get your umbrella ready, man. He finna rain a shitstorm on them boys. It said Patrick Mahomes will make $52 million this year. What makes you think Dak deserves more than him? He has 3 Super Bowls. Because he can get it. Because Joe, at the end of the day, regardless if you think somebody is worth something, we live in a free enterprise country, right? We believe in free enterprise capitalism. You can get as much money as somebody is willing to get you or you are willing to make. So guess what? Dak Prescott can force their hands and get that amount of money. And Dak Prescott will make 59 point whatever million dollars anyway without an extension. The Dallas Cowboys signed Dak Prescott to a $160 million deal. It's been 3 years, and they still owe Dak Prescott about $97 million of it. So guess what? Either you play ball or you get rolled over. Because as it's set up right now, without an extension, Dak Prescott is going to get $60 million next year. And if he walks, he'll get another $30+ million not to even be on the team. So I tell you what, my friend, Dak Prescott may not be worth it to you, but he'll be worth it to the front office once they see that cap number go down. Shout out to my boy Joseph Gardner for the $4.99 for your mind. Appreciate you. He said, unless he gets in writing that they will spend money on top free agents, I hope Dak gets paid every dime he earned. Exactly. And listen, because listen, my boy Joe, you know what? You my boy, man. So let me ask you a question. Let's bring it back up because we were talking about this a little bit earlier. What has Lamar Jackson, Deshaun Watson, Kyler Murray, Russell Wilson, Jalen Hurts, or any of these other players done to make more money than Patrick Mahomes? The short answer is absolutely nothing. The short answer is absolutely nothing. So yeah, everybody's finna make more money than Patrick Mahomes because he signed a lifetime contract. Shout out to my boy Jay Rakuda for the 5-piece, man. Thank you for helping keep the lights on in the liquor store. I had to pour my boy a shot. He said, no such thing as a team-friendly deal. Salary cap is fake, and Dak deserves every penny he can get. He has highest profile job in the NFL. Yeah, man, it's hard. It is hard to be the Dallas Cowboy quarterback. It's hard to be the Dallas Cowboys quarterback because you're under the most scrutiny. He's under the most scrutiny. He under the biggest microscope. See, Justin Herbert can fail for 5 years. He could fail for 5 years of not winning a playoff game, not doing anything of note, and nobody's going to talk about it because he's a former first-round pick and because he got talent. Dak Prescott, who was a fourth-round pick, who had to build himself up, outright ball out to get the starting job as it is, play these politics, these Game of Thrones style tactics that the front office use against him, all that stuff, and still go out there and be productive on the football field. Like, there's so much more that comes with the Dallas Cowboy job than any other gig. than any other gig, man. If Dak Prescott was the quarterback for the Arizona Cardinals, people would love him. If he was the quarterback for the Denver Broncos and he had the same resume, they would love him. So the issue with Dak Prescott is that he plays for us. He plays for us. And that's the only issue. So while Dak Prescott has to deal with Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones and have to deal with the crazy section of our fan base, and y'all got to remember, we got people talking about Dak Prescott's dead mama. We got people talking about Dak Prescott's dead brother. We got people making threats against Dak Prescott's unborn child. And y'all think that's normal. Y'all think that happens. That shit don't happen anywhere but Dallas. So yes, Dak Prescott gonna get 55, 56, 57 million dollars. He's earned it from the abuse and the play. Shout out to Numbhead Neil for tapping in, man. I said, "What's up, Henny? Hand is hurting and tingling. Slapped up 568 Eagles fans before checking in. Hey, thanks for the love, my boy. I appreciate you for rocking out with me today, man." That's a very good question, brother. He said, so you think Jerry Jones will give him an extension or just play him out last year for the $59 million? That's the issue, though, bro. You owe Dak Prescott more than $59 million because Dak Prescott's contract has been touched 3 times. You've restructured Dak Prescott's contract 3 times. You haven't paid Dak Prescott nowhere close to the $160 million that's on his contract. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let me show you what I'm talking about, my brother. Hey, shout out to George Boney in the building, man. Thank you for tapping in and showing love. Yeah, let me pull this up again, folks. All right, so boom. Yeah, Dak gonna be 31 this year. So let me pull this up. All right. So boom, these are the cap hits for Dak Prescott. These are Dak Prescott's cap hits. So in 2021, you only paid him $17.2 million. In 2022, you only paid him $19.7. In 2023, you only paid him $26.8. Dak Prescott is going to be owed $59.4 million in 2024. And if he walks and you don't re him up, you will owe him $36.4 million in 2025. Right? There's nothing you can do about that because you used the void year to clear up cap space and manipulate it. Hold on, y'all can't see that because I'm stupid. I got the damn whatchamacallit up. That's my bad. So yeah, here it go. I got it up on the screen. That was my bad. I still had the graphic up. So yeah, so let me start over. In 2021, he only got 17.2. In 2022, he only got 19.7. In 2023, he only got 26.8. So this year coming up, he'll get that 59.4 because of the way that they got it staggered out. You ain't really paid this man none of that money yet. And then he has a $36.4 million dead hit when he's gone, right? So let's say you do cut Dak Prescott or something. Did you see these dead money hits? You'll have a dead money hit of 25.4. You'll have another dead money hit of 25.4. You'll have another dead money hit of $11 million. So you'll still be paying Dak Prescott for the next 3 damn years. If you were to try to cut him, if you let him walk, you'll still be paying that man. He said cap went up. It did, and you're still in the negative. The cap went up, but the Dallas Cowboys are still in the negative. So guess what? You're going to have to touch somebody's money. You can extend Dak Prescott. You can extend CeeDee Lamb, or you can extend, I know, Danny Savage. I'm just throwing that out there for the people that were asking. That's why Dak Prescott has all the leverage. because you still owe him money. If I'm not mistaken, you still owe Dak Prescott about $107 million of the $160 because of the way that you restructured the contract. Crazy shit, right? It's really like 90 something, but yeah, you owe him like 90 something million dollars still of a $160 million deal. You haven't really paid out much of the money that you owe Dak Prescott. He said, in all honesty, Dak had it better than most quarterbacks. All right, let me ask you a question. 2016, injured Dez Bryant, old Jason Witten, who else? Terrence Williams. Like, that's not really a great receiving core. Now, offensive line, A1. Ezekiel Elliott, A1. But you also had a bad defense that you literally had to keep off the field. You had to have a good run game to keep your defense off the field in 2016. So he had an average defense, average ass wide receivers, and a great running game to support him. We also know he didn't have a good head coach or play caller. None of us liked Jason Garrett, and nobody liked Linehan. 2017, an even more diminished version of Dez Bryant to go along with Terrence Williams, to go along with Cole Beasley. Not great. Then he lost Ezekiel Elliott, and the defense was still super average. 2018, he went into that season with Deontay Thompson and Allen Hurns as his wide receivers with a rookie Michael Gallup. And they were awful until they went and traded for Amari Cooper. Then he balled. Now, 2019, you went and got what's my boy name? Not Brandon Cooks, but he used to play with Aaron Rodgers. Damn. What's his name? Damn. I have my brain for it. Little ass wide receiver we got. Y'all know what I'm talking about. What's his name? Because I liked him too. Thank you, Randall Cobb, Nelly Rogers. Nelly Rogers with the alley-oop, man. Thank you for coming in and rocking with your boy. Yeah, went out there with got Randall Cobb. The teams that win championships, the teams that win championships, those are the teams that got a good offensive and defensive front. That's sort of why we haven't won in 28 years, because if we got a good offensive line, we don't have a good defensive line. If you got a good defensive line, they probably can't stop the run. Right? There's been a whole shit ton of factors the last 28 years for the Dallas Cowboys on why they haven't won anything. The coaching, yeah, we've had Jason Garrett most of his career. Kellen Moore calling the plays. 1 year of Mike McCarthy calling the plays. And listen, we say that, but did Troy Aikman did not have the perfect situation? He had a Hall of Fame head coach. He had a Hall of Fame running back, Hall of Fame wide receiver, Hall of Fame tight end, Hall of Fame offensive lineman, Hall of Fame defense. Like, when we actually won, but you also need a super team to find out. When is the last time the Dallas Cowboys had a quote-unquote super team? Yeah, and they've been to multiple Super Bowls. They've been to 3 Super Bowls in the last couple of years. Multiple Super Bowls and multiple NFC championship games while we're going one and done, or we're winning a wild card game and then getting bounced. Don't get me wrong, I love shitting on the 49ers because I don't believe in participation trophies. But you also got to at least get to the championship round to win a championship trophy. And they've at least done that. When you talk about the Kansas City Chiefs, they have the best play caller in football. You got to have that too. But when you go out there and get those kind of players, they usually come with the damn mentality instilled. Like, they usually come with that already instilled. Now, you need coaching. Don't get me wrong. You need coaching. You need culture. You need all that stuff. But you also need the players. You also need the personnel. And honestly, the Dallas Cowboys probably don't have any of it. They probably don't have the culture in place. They might not have the coaches in place. They might not have all the personnel they need. They got some good players. They got some good players individually, but I don't think they have everything they need to be successful with the current way our team is constructed. Yep. You said you can draw the best schemes in football, but the players have to buy in and make it great. You also need players that can get open. You also need players that can block. If a team full of sorry niggas teamed up and bought in to the coach, they're still going to be a losing team. So all that is true. You need scheme. You need culture. You need the players to buy in. And you also need those said players to be talented. You also need said players to be talented. And right now, you have a defense that gave up 28 points per game when they played teams with winning records. You had a run defense that was average at best. You had a run game that was non-existent. You had an offensive line that could not run block. You had an offense that was one-dimensional. Man, you talk about a one-game sample size in the NFL. Okay, man. You got it. Said it's a lame duck year stamping. I'm not gonna go that far. I ain't gonna go that far and say a lame duck year. Because listen, Mike McCarthy, his future is in question. But that doesn't mean these other grown men with families, mortgages, car notes, mamas and daddies to take care of, brothers to take care of, and all the other stuff, they're going to go out there and play their asses off because they're trying to make a living. They're trying to make a living. So the players, regardless of who coaching, they're going to do everything in their power to try to get paid, to try to get enumerated. And, you know, in the NFL, you got to win and be productive for that to happen. One of the problems is we value names over productions. Fans love to list the names that Dak has played with, but fail to mention the production of those guys. LOL, they swore MG13 was a number one wide receiver for years. I remember that discourse, man. I remember the Facebook arguments, the Facebook groups that were saying that Michael Gallup was as good or better than Amari Cooper, and he was gonna ball, and all this other nonsense they were saying. They made me feel like I was stupid. They try to convince me I was stupid for them thinking that Michael Gallup was on par with Amari Cooper, man. And that man has not. Oh no, I'm not saying you are talking about Dak. I'm also talking about the team as a whole. I'm just saying overall, because remember, everybody's gonna lose some crazy ass games, like the Kansas City Chiefs lost to the Las Vegas Raiders. Like, you're gonna get upset sometime, even when you're the better team. All I'm saying is, over the course of a 17-game regular season and a 4-game single elimination tournament, you need all that stuff to play in together. Sure, there might be a game where you don't have it. There might be a game here where you're not executing well, or you play down to the competition or whatnot. But over the course of a 17-game regular season and a 4-game elimination tournament, you need good talent, you need good coaching, good system, good scheme, and all that. Like, I agree with you. You need all that stuff. You need the culture, the coaches, and all that stuff. But I also believe in having the players. And I don't think the Dallas Cowboys have the players or the culture right now. So I don't know what to do to fix the culture, but me being savvy and understanding analytics and being a film watcher, I can identify the players I think can help us. And that's why I stand so strongly on that. Right? That's why I stand very strongly on player acquisition. Because I can't go in and fix the locker room, but I can find good players that can help us win on the football field. You know what I mean, bro? He said, HTM, you see, we hired Christian Garcia as defensive quality control and will assist Al Harris. I like the move. Man. I don't really know much about him, but he saved a young lady from being assaulted behind a bar when he was in college. So he gets 1,000 brownie points from me for that alone. So salute to the young man, Mr. Garcia. I hope he has a great, glorious, long, prosperous career as an NFL coach in whatever capacity that may be. So everybody, shout out to Garcia for being a good ass person. Can y'all please stay out? NFL football is a business. Would any one of you pass up? I damn sure wouldn't pass up no bread. Especially if it's from a company that already tried to bend me over. Oh, I'm gonna take you to the cleaners. Hey, hot boy, that's all I want, man. And that's all I want. Because until they do that, I won't really know anything about my team. Like the flaws and the things that held us back were things that we talked about in the offseason. We knew in the offseason we had question marks at running back. We knew in the offseason we had question marks at linebacker. And we had questions marks about being able to stop the run. That's why I was semi-excited about getting Mozzie Smith in the first round, right? So, yeah, man, like, we knew we had holes, and they really didn't assess them the way they needed to assess them. So I will always have the what ifs and everything else in the back of my mind if we continue to do the bare minimum, right? I want us to go aggressively get linebackers. I want us to go aggressively get defensive tackles. I want us to go aggressively get a running back that can help us. Right, I want us to do everything humanly possible to make the job of the current players easier. Right, if you make the jobs of the current players easier, the Marcus Lawrence won't be on national television saying he's tired. Right, if you go out here and fix these things, man, you will be a better team for it. You will have a better locker room environment for it. Hey, Rico, I tried, man. I try. I try to be very impartial. I try to be very upfront. I try to be very realistic with some of the things that I ask from the front office and some of the things I say on here. You said dumbest move in a while was getting rid of Amari and keeping Gallup. It made no sense because Michael Gallup was injured. Amari Cooper was completely healthy. And Amari Cooper restructured. Amari Cooper restructured his contract, and I think he only made like $5 million the first year that he left Dallas. All you had to do was ask him to restructure. He would have restructured for you. He said that drafting Schoonmaker. Hot Boy said we got to draft better too. Schoon and Mozzie wasn't it. Man, I still have hope for Mozzie, but as for the Schoonmaker pick, Think about all the players you passed up on by drafting Schoonmaker in the second round. Hold on, let me pull it up. Hold on. We finna go look at this shit because this finna make me upset again. All right. Yeah, he was still on the plane and restructured with them boys. Y'all know I love Osiris Torrance, man. I had him as the best guard in the draft. I know not everybody agrees with my my scouting, but I did say that Osiris Torrance was the best guard in the draft. And hell, he's played pretty damn good football so far. I don't know if he lives up to the best grade I gave him, but you know. All right, so let's go over here and see. here it goes. So Luke Schoonmaker was picked at 58. They then turned around. Osiris Torrance went. DJ Turner, a good young cornerback from Michigan. Marvin Mims. Let me see what he did. Oh, by the way, Marvin Mims ended up being a second-team All-Pro as a returner. Yeah, he ended up being a second-team All-Pro as a returner this year. So they got some value out of that Marvin Mims pick, right? Way more value than you got from from Schoonmaker. Sidney Brown. Tank Dell, that's the one that's gonna piss everybody off. Tank Dell went out there. And listen, Tank Dell got hurt. He didn't finish the season, but he gave his team 47 receptions, 709 yards, and 7 touchdowns. So you could have got Tank Dell in the draft instead of Schoonmaker. You could have got Tank Dell. You could have got Marvin Mims. You could have got Osiris Torrance. And listen, one other thing I was right about, I told y'all that Drew Sanders was not going to just jump out in the NFL and go crazy like that. I know everybody hyped my boy up from Arkansas, but I watched this man play for years. I watched that man play. He was not like that. Jalen Hyatt, Cedric Tillman, Tucker Kraft, Josh Downs, Tyjae Spears, the running back. A-Chain was there, bro. Could have got A-Chain. You could have got Tank Bigsby, the running back. Sad. Yeah, sad. So, yeah, all those players were better. Yeah, Sidney Brown was good, too. All those players I mentioned were better than Schoonmaker this year. I probably left some out. Yeah, all those players were better. Yeah, Danny Savage, I said the same thing, man. You could have had Tank Bigsby. You could have had Tank Dell. You could have had A-Chain. You could have had all these other players, but you picked the damn tight end, and you ain't need a damn tight end. You had McDonald's at home for real this time. Like your mama this was the one time where your mama said you got McDonald's at home, and then you pulled up and she actually had you as a Happy Meal. She already went and got the Happy Meal beforehand. The Happy Meal was just sitting on the counter, and all you had to do was sit down and eat. You really did have McDonald's at home this time, man. I don't want to be messy, but I think the Schoonmaker pick was a Mike McCarthy pick. I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to my boy Numhead Neil for the $5 super. He said Schoonmaker gave us 8 receptions for 65 yards and 2 touchdowns. Woo! Man. Good night, Jameson. Thank you for tapping in and rocking with us, my boy. But yeah, I ain't gonna hold you, man. Like that, a tight end seems like some Mike McCarthy shit. Yeah, from everything that I've gathered, there was more of a Mike McCarthy pick. Yeah, man, they suck. They wrong for that. They wrong for that, man. Diane Henley. Right, there's a bunch of players I would have took over him. I had a higher grade on Josh Downs. Right, wide receiver Josh Downs. You're gonna get a pass catcher. Why not get Josh Downs? Maybe Jalen Hyatt would have did better in Dallas with Dak Prescott throwing him the football. Kendre Miller, running back TCU. In fact, Josh Downs had a solid year. Yeah, Josh Downs, at least he only had 2 touchdowns as well, but at least he gave you 771 yards. Dak Prescott and Josh Downs would have probably 8. Yeah, Dak and Josh Downs would have probably 8 because he's a great route runner. He said, Henny, please remind me which player from the last draft contributed to the team in 2023. He wasn't a draft pick. The only new booty that contributed to the Dallas Cowboys was really TJ Bass. TJ Bass. Yeah, like Hyatt in Dallas might have worked. He probably not working in New York because of the quarterbacks that's throwing him the football. But yeah, TJ Bass had more impact for the Dallas Cowboys than most of the draft picks. If you want to say Schoonmaker by default for the little 2 touchdowns they gave him, sure. But dog, you ain't get nothing from them boys. Oh, he said, what year is his grandson coming out? Never. That boy's sorry. That boy don't even play football no more. He was at Arkansas and he was like the fourth string quarterback. His grandson is trash. Unfiltered, unadulterated trash. And I say that as an Arkansas fan. He gonna come to the NFL as a office executive. He gonna come out there and contribute. He gonna come out there and contribute in that way, maybe as a talent scout or some shit. But he ain't finna come and play no football. Shit. Talk about that man play some football. I'm sorry. I had Arkansas flashbacks. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. I said, I believe Steve Jones told Mike to get Schoon. We might have to assassinate Stephen Jones or something. Listen, nothing I ever hear about Stephen Jones is positive. All I hear about Stephen Jones is he tried to stop Jerry Jones from getting Deion Sanders and all this other different stuff. I never hear good things about that. Why y'all so petty on a Friday, man? Why y'all do that boy Deuce like that? You know that man ain't got no bigger. That man stopped growing in middle school. I need you to stop that, man. Man, they beat. Hey, listen, they done came and had a SWAT team out this mug, man. Well, we don't need to actually take them out. We just need to we just need to probably lock him up, lock him away while the drafting and the free agency is going on. I'll take Corum over Deuce 7 days out of the week. I'll take Blake Corum over Deuce Vaughn any day. he said, they said Deuce gained 40 pounds this offseason already. Up to 155 now. Y'all crazy, man. So I bet he gets no trim. Nah. Deuce Vaughn don't need to play football for us, man. It's a nice story. I was hoping it was going to work after watching him play in preseason. It's not going to work, dog. I don't see it working there. Y'all wild, man. All right, let me see if I got any more talking points before we get out of here. Would you give away anything to get Corum? Center round, he go third. Yeah, he probably go in the third. I don't think that you'll have to give anything to go and get Blake Corum. Because I also believe most of the running backs are going to end up going in the third round anyway. So I think in the third round, there'll still be other guys on the board if you might be able to have your pick. I believe that Wright is probably going to still be there. Braylon Allen will probably still be on the board. Blake Corum should still be on the board around that time. Yeah, I think that I don't think you have to do anything to move around and get a running back in this year's draft. Cause I think they're better prospects ahead of him that will probably come off the board first. Like I can see a Bucky Irvin getting drafted before him. I can see what's the kid's name? I can see even the boy from Texas going before him, Jonathan Brooks. I can see them getting Brooks even with the injury. I can see them picking him up. It said there's a linebacker with a late first round projection. The guy from Texas. You talk about Adrian Copper, how you say the boy name. I myself did not have a first round grade on him, and I still don't. I still do not have a first round grade on him. That man is a late second round pick to me. Late second round pick, early third. Whoever is hyping him up, puts on this, they're going to have that man overdrafted. But yeah, they're going to have that man overdrafted if they putting a first round grade on him. Trey Benson, Trey Benson's super hard too. But yeah, I got a late second round grade, early third. But I don't believe he's worthy of a first round pick. So we'll take him late second. I don't mind taking a linebacker in the second or the third. Like I don't see an issue taking one in the second or the third. But I just don't see any of these linebackers having first round talent. Yeah, I just don't see that. He said 5 show here. Thank you, bro. Yeah, I don't mind, and that's the thing. I don't mind taking taking one. I'll take a linebacker in this draft and pair him with somebody. But it just won't be in round 20. It just won't be at pick 24. Matter of fact, it probably won't. If I don't get a wide receiver, in the first round, it won't even be in the second round that I get a linebacker. Because I gotta get a wide receiver in one of the top 2 rounds, and I gotta get a linebacker. Right, I'll get a wide receiver in one of the first 2 rounds, and then I'll worry about linebacker at that point. I like Junior Colston too. That's his personal opinion. Shout out to Vosh Lombardi, man. I ain't got that kind of grade on that boy, and that's okay. We all can have varying opinions on draft prospects because we're all looking at film, we're all looking at statistics and analytics, and we're all trying to project what they would do at the NFL level. So there's nothing wrong with him having a first round grade on him. HTM Sports just don't agree with that, and that's fine. I damn sure ain't got no first round running back. Well, hey, Danny, there's not many centers in the draft worth 24. So, hey, if you want to move up and get them, that's different. If you want to move up and get them, I'm game. But just sitting back at 24, I can't expect for the board to fall to us. Imagine a world where we get a Patrick Willis type linebacker. It'd be lovely. Matter of fact, Patrick Willis, I would love the world where we get Sean Lee, a healthy Sean Lee. Like a Sean Lee that doesn't get injured. That's an all world linebacker right there, man. If you can get a linebacker that understood the game, or you want to trade out of the first round completely. Yeah, listen, depending on who and where the picks line up, and what we get for trading out of the first round, you might be able to talk me into a trade back. It just really depends on, on what the trade package looks like. And yes, Hot Boy, of course. Like I'm getting a damn I'm getting multiple linebackers in free agency. I'm not just getting one. I probably want to get about two. I probably want to get about two veteran linebackers, about two veteran defensive tackles, and one veteran running back. Like, if we can only get 5 free agents, 2 of them need to be linebackers, 2 of them need to be defensive tackles, 1 ticks, and 1 of them needs to be a running back. If we can only get 5 free agents, that's how I want it broken up. 2 linebackers. Oh, you want to trade to the bottom. Oh, yeah, there's a bunch of veteran linebackers that's available. Yeah, there's a ton of veteran linebackers that'll be available. The issue is finding a veteran linebacker that's a middle linebacker that can come in and help the Dallas Cowboys. Because there are guys that are linebackers, and then there are, there are outside linebackers and wheels and shit like that. We really need a middle linebacker. We need a middle linebacker. But yeah, man, I've been on here for an hour and a half. It was good to chop it up with y'all today, man, about this Dallas Cowboys content. On the way out of the liquor store, make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that share button. Make sure y'all continue to slap the dog shit out of a Eagles fan, a Commanders fan. My boy said, we still running a 4-3. Yes, Zimmer runs a 4-3 front. So yes, when we do run our base, we'll have 4 down linemen and 3 linebackers. And a majority of the time when teams play, we stay in nickel. So we'll be playing 4-3 and we'll be playing 4-2-5 a lot. So yes, we'll still be doing our thing. But yes, I wouldn't expect to see a 3-4 front at all. All right. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all for everything. Again, peace, God bless, and I will get at y'all later on. Holla at y'all. He said, I want Senator Graham Barton, Duke, or Zach Fraser, West Virginia. Man. Hey, what's matter of fact, hey, we're taking a hiatus from Cowboys College tomorrow. I got a birthday party to attend, and landlord is in Memphis. But hey, Danny Savage, get with me. We still supposed to do some draft stuff this off season. So hey, let's holler at me, man. We'll put some.